Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello. Got a few things to discuss, so doing a bit of a channel update. Originally, I was going to do this at the start of... Oh, go away. This was a terrible idea. 13565. Hold on. 5, 6, 5. Now, kindly leave me alone. Right. I was originally going to do this at the start of a sort of FAQ from the flight deck video, hence we're in an aeroplane right now. I'm also in controlled airspace just to make things even more interesting, so but I decided to chop this off in a separate video because it was really worth making an update out of it. On the bright side, we've got a beautiful view of Paris out on the left hand side here, down there. As I fly on my way to Rome at the minute, I just come out of London Heathrow. There's the Eiffel Tower down there. And yeah, so anyway, I'll there we go, that's a nice view. So anyway, yeah, we've got a few things to talk about, and then once I'm done with this video I'm just going to go on and make the rest of the FAQ from the flight deck video, hopefully, as long as I'm not too busy with actually flying the plane like I probably should be. Never mind. Anyway, I'll shut up and get on with it. So, flip over to my other page of notes here, because I've started writing notes for these things, otherwise we end up being here all day. Probably will be anyway, knowing me, but, you know. Yeah. Things have been changing around a bit at my end. Obviously, as I said in my New Vegas videos, although if you've not been watching them you wouldn't know this, but hey, I've got a new internet connection, much better than the old one. I primarily got it for Twitch streaming, which it has made a massive improvement to. Like, I can stream in 1080p now, high quality, everything. It's really awesome, so expect to see a few stream VODs up on YouTube now, because previously I didn't like to upload them because the quality was just 100% grade A potato. It was terrible. Like, it was really quite unwatchable, and I was really unhappy with it. So that's why I didn't sort of upload a lot of VODs to YouTube from Twitch, even though people asked me to. Hence, none of the Stalker streams we did a little while ago went on YouTube, even though they probably should have done, because they were just really bad. I'm sorry, but they were. So anyway, we got the new connection now, so it makes Twitch streaming way better. And also, as a happy side effect of that, it makes uploading videos much quicker. So that's nice. And as you may have noticed over the last couple of days, I've uploaded quite a few videos, and that's mostly because it literally takes me 30 minutes now to upload a video, as opposed to like 12 hours, where I'd have to leave my computer on all overnight, and yeah, it was just awful. But now, it's not really a problem anymore, so that's pretty cool, if you ask me. God, that is a nice view of Paris. Shit, fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to keep this up if I can. No promises, but I'm hoping to keep this sort of kind of rate of uploads going, at least one a day for a while at least. I have shortened the average video length a little bit. I'm aiming for kind of 30 minutes now. I have gone over that, way over that in a couple of videos here and there, but I'm kind of aiming for 30 minutes now, just because one 30-minute video a day is actually a bit more doable, and hopefully you guys understand and are okay with that. So yeah, I also got a new mic. You may have been able to tell I had some comments saying my voice sounded a bit different, stuff. Yeah, new mic. I also got a new monitor as well. That's mostly for Twitch streaming, but it does help with the YouTube stuff as well. So yeah, I spent a lot of money lately, is what I'm saying, actually. Money that I technically kind of don't have, but, you know, graduate overdrafts are a wonderful thing, aren't they? So, but never mind. Poor as a church mouse, as always, me. But what are you going to do, I suppose? Anywho, yeah. Anyway, in my little absence, where I was getting all this shit sorted out and having a bit of a vacation over on Twitch instead, we hit 60,000 subscribers, which is ridiculous, and thank you everybody who's subscribed and all that sort of good stuff. I mean, subscriber count's a bit of a weird thing that doesn't reflect very much, honestly. Like, it doesn't translate necessarily into views or anything like that, but it's kind of cool. It's a way of, if nothing else, kind of keeping score, to be honest with you. I really hate this fucking chat bar at the top of the screen popping up all the time. Anyway, So, yeah, that's really goddamn cool. I'm not going to lie though, the kind of rate of subscriptions has kind of plateaued off quite a bit in the last like 3 months or 4 months or so. The time it took us to get from 50k to 60k is way longer than it took us to get from, say, 40k to 50k. So there's probably a whole bunch of reasons for that. I've delved into the analytics of it and stuff like that, and you know, there's a whole bunch of reasons for it. Some my fault, some not necessarily my fault, some I don't even understand at all, etc. I think I need to bring back a regular schedule of some point, of some sort, so that's going to happen. Still trying to figure out in my head how that's going to work. I've got a kind of schedule for Twitch at the minute. I've not been keeping to it very much lately because there's been, particularly this last week, has been hectic in terms of other real-life stuff going on. But I'd like to do something similar with the YouTubes as well. This doesn't necessarily include my second channel, where I do all the flight sim stuff like you're watching now. In case you're interested, you can go check it out. It's Sorcerer Days Flying Circus. Link will probably be in the description below, but I always forget these things, so I don't know. If it's not there, bug me about it in the comments. Anyway, that thing though, that second channel is kind of more of a passion project than anything though. It isn't and should not be the primary focus of my time on YouTube. I don't even get paid for the videos that go on there. It's literally just I do that because I'm enthusiastic about it and I enjoy it and I like it. So yeah, that's really all that is. Anyway, so there's a couple of things I think I need to do, like in the next coming months. I've got a big old to-do list, including all sorts of rubbish, like replace that fucking channel banner art on my channel page, which is hilariously out of date. It still fucking says regular series for Rise of Flight, for God's sake, so that definitely needs fixing and replacing. However, designing a new bloody channel banner is an absolute royal pain in the arse, because I'm not that good with Photoshop, so actually pulling something out my arse that actually looks halfway decent is a bit of a challenge. Any volunteers, by the way, in the comments, make yourselves known, please, because it would really help. Anyway, yeah, two things really. One, I've had an idea for a sort of another one of those dreaded opinion videos again. It's hopefully this time not going to be nearly as controversial as any of the ones I've done in the past, although admittedly they generated a heck of a lot of views. 90% of which aren't actually proper views. They're mostly just people coming back to the video to argue with people in the comments section, but never mind. So I got another one of those lined up. It's to do with Bethesda games. It's one that hopefully most people will probably agree with and not, you know, curse me to the depths of hell for. But anyway, that's coming up. I won't spoil what it's about, but it's a little subject I've often sort of gone off on rambles and rants on about in the past in videos anyway. So yeah, that's in the works. And the other thing is, and this is what prompted me to do this video now, as opposed to as part of the FAQ video that's coming up after this, is Fallout 4. People always constantly ask me, are you going to play Fallout 4? Are you going to do Let's Play Fallout 4? And up until now, my answer has been, I have no idea, probably not. Now my answer has changed. For the first time, I'm actually seriously considering the idea of a Fallout 4 Let's Play. The only problem is the game itself, to be honest with you, because Fallout 4 is alright. It's got a lot of downsides, which we're not going to talk about because I think they're fairly well publicised by this point. But the issue I have really is just I've played the game through once since I got it. I uninstalled it afterwards. I haven't really come back and played it since. but I played the game once through, was reasonably happy with my playthrough, but the issue is that I don't see a lot of merit in coming back to it. Like, I don't know what I can accomplish with a with another Let's Play, because the problem with Fallout 4 is it's quite linear, and I don't know how I could make my Let's Play different from, honestly, the previous playthrough I did when I got the game originally, and that kind of bothers me a bit. My answer on this subject has really been a long time. I'm kind of waiting for mods to come out that will actually make the game better, and the answer is still that, really. Because...
And Speedbird 552 Bravo, proceed to waypoint Me10, November India Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 552 Bravo, could you give me that one again, please? Sorry.
Yeah, that's November India Tango Alpha Bravo, that's the...
November India Tango Alpha Mike is what I've got. Nitam? Yeah. Sorry, I had to go through the legs to find that one. Speedbird 552 Bravo.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Bloody hell, that's a monstrous direct too. No wonder I couldn't find it to begin with. Look at that! Jesus Christ. Actually, I have to do this as well. There we go. Flippin' heck. When he said direct to whatever it was, I couldn't tell because it's all garbled voice quality. I was looking through the ones sort of around here-ish. I didn't think it'd give me that long of a direct two-way... Well, whatever. Anyway, never mind. Glad I caught that. Anyway, the joys of trying to record a channel update video while on VATSIM. Never mind. I knew this was a terrible idea from the outset, really. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, anyway, Fallout 4. So, here's the deal. Basically, I want to do a Fallout 4 series eventually. Problem is, I kind of need to wait for the mods to come out to make this thing. I really should be back in the cockpit making sure the plane's doing what it's supposed to, actually. The problem is, I'm kind of waiting for mods to come out to make the game a lot better, and to give me ideas for some sort of playthrough I could do with it. And that's really anything from sort of gameplay overhauls to quest mods to alternate start type mods, although I imagine that's pretty fucking difficult to do, honestly, an alternate start mod, because to be honest with you, really, if you want to make an alternate start character and ignore the main quest of Fallout 4 completely, you're not left with a lot to do, really, are you? Let's be honest, the main quest is kind of the bulk of that game. The same goes for Fallout 3, really, if I'm being completely honest, so I don't know, but anyway. What I'm saying is, I'm going to hand this over to you guys, the viewers, basically, because I haven't got the fucking time to keep monitoring the Nexus all the time and keep up to date with all the modding news and stuff like that for Fallout 4. What I'm saying is, I would be incredibly grateful if you guys could sort of keep an eye on the mods thing, sort of situation for Fallout 4, how things are going, what kind of mods are out there. And if you find anything interesting, and I think in anything that you think I would be interested in really more specifically, and I feel like you guys have been around long enough now and seen enough of my playthroughs to understand what kind of stuff I would find interesting, I would like to think. Send it my way, either, you know, post it in a comment somewhere so that I see it and get a chance to write it down. Send a link to me via Twitter or something. You can even send me a direct message on Twitch if you like. I don't know, just somehow get it to me. There are various means of doing so. And yeah, just go ahead and do that, basically, is what I'm saying to you guys. I'm finally seriously entertaining the possibility of doing a Fallout 4 playthrough, and I need you guys' help, basically finding interesting mods that could helpfully make up the playthrough a bit more interesting, basically, because my chief problem with Fallout 4 is it doesn't seem to have a lot of replay value. And I'm looking for stuff that will add some replay value, if you see what I mean, basically, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Anyway, so there you go. That's that subject. And I think that's kind of about it, really. There's probably other stuff I ought to discuss, but I always invariably remember that after the video is over. Never during it or immediately before it, unfortunately, when I'm writing down the notes and stuff, so never mind. But there you go. As for the other Let's Plays and stuff, Skyrim is continuing. I'm making a bit of a fucking final home run towards finishing the Dawnguard questline. If you see me rushing things a bit in the videos, I apologise if that bothers you at all, but we've got like 30 videos almost of that chapter now, and we've barely even started Dawnguard still, so we need to pick up the pace, really. We can mostly blame Some Guy 2000 and his Rudder at Redbeard mod for, bloating the chapter length on this one. And, and it was fun, so I don't mind at all. But, yeah, we need to pick things up a bit so that we can get to the end of Chapter 6. Following which I think there will be a fairly substantial Skyrim break, I will warn you in advance. Followed by Chapter 7, which is looking like it will be the final chapter. That won't be, like, draw a line in the sand, that is the end of Claudius and never see him again, etc., etc. Not at all. But, because there's plenty of stuff we can do after the main quest is over and done with. But as far as the Let's Play kind of story is concerned, with all its different chapters, that will be effectively the end. And I'd like to get through to that so that I can actually draw a line under it and say that is the end. Claudius' story is completely finished. And now I can basically rest easy knowing that we basically got to the end without the game or the save game or whatever shitting its pants and ending it all too early, like has happened with a couple of other previous characters in the past. Idris. So yeah, that's the general idea there. New Vegas is continuing. We're quite close to the end of Chapter 2 of New Vegas. However, the thing about New Vegas is I love that game so freaking much, so there will be a chapter break on that one, but I imagine it was not going to be a very long one. I will probably be coming back with Chapter 3 of New Vegas fairly soon after I'm done with Chapter 2. And for those of you asking if it's going to be DLC stuff, am I going to do the DLCs, etc., etc., etc.? Yes, it is going to be a DLC, almost certainly. I don't know exactly which one at the minute. I'm trying to decide between two of them. I'm aware that the DLCs, bar one of them, actually you're supposed to kind of play them in a certain order. So, yeah. I'm still mulling that one over. I think in the end I might just go with whatever seems best by the end of Chapter 2, from a sort of in-character, in-universe perspective, I guess. So there you go. Let's go back to the wing view, or whatever you want to call it. How about that? There you go. By the way, there's an external view for those of you who care. But, no, I don't want to look at a seat. I really don't. Yeah, there we go. That's the view. Forget my buttons again. I do that in everything, guys. It's not just Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. I forget my buttons and everything. So anyway, that's basically it, guys. Other than, let's see, what else is there? We discussed Skyrim. We discussed New Vegas. Morrowind will continue. I'm mostly focusing on New Vegas and Skyrim in particular at the moment, just because I need to power on through those and get to the end of their respective chapters. But Morrowind will continue as soon as I can record it, because I fucking love Morrowind. You guys know I do. I love playing that game. It's great fun. I apologise for not uploading it nearly as often as it deserves to be uploaded. It's just one of those things, I'm afraid. Knights of the Old Republic is not cancelled, abandoned, or anything. KOTOR will continue after New Vegas or Skyrim. Currently, their current chapter is finished out of the way. Whichever one comes first, then we'll pick up KOTOR and carry on where we left off with that. It's not gone. Brian is still sat there in the sewers or wherever he was when we last left him off. No, we rescued Bastila, didn't we? Yeah, that's how far we got. Okay, right, yeah. So he's still existing. Okay, we will come back to him. But yeah, so that will come later though, when we've got a break in a number of fucking series that I've started stupendously, sillily. Sillily is a word. Fuck you. It's a word. I've just decided it's a word. What I really should have said is the number of series I stupidly started, not realising I didn't really have the time to do them all at the same time. So there you go. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Once New Vegas and Skyrim, their current chapters are finished, there'll be a break. We'll be doing KOTOR, we'll be doing Morrowind. We'll do a couple of other things as well on the side. New things. I know, gosh, new things that aren't Bethesda games. What heresy is this? And don't panic, it won't be Flight Sim either. But yeah, new stuff as well. And there you go. So that's the general plan for the future. This has been a long and rambling update that was way longer than it really should have been. Yeah, nearly close on fucking 20 minutes now. But on the bright side, you know, if I hadn't at least taken some fucking notes, we would have been here for an hour at least. Anyway, thanks very much, guys, for sticking with me through this update video, and sticking with me through a lot of the dry spells as far as videos are concerned. I do apologise. A lot of the time it is just laziness. Most of the time, though, it is, unfortunately, just other real-life bullshit getting in the way. So, yeah. Thanks very much, guys. If you're interested, I will be doing the FAQ video immediately after this, where I'll be answering your questions from last time, and the previous FAQ from the flight deck video, as well as elsewhere on the YouTubes and Twitch and Twitter and stuff where you've been sending me questions. But for now, toodle pip! And I will get back to flying this aeroplane. So have a good one, everybody. Cheers.